Dzień Państwa, good evening on Frank Night. Welcome to Polka. This is our show, the happiest half hour on television. And each and every week we have a different band on our bandstand. Tonight, greet, if you will, an old friend from Holyoke, Massachusetts. He's the president of Rex Records, Larry Chesky. There's a famous Larry Chesky composition and hit, the Caribbean Polka. And Larry Chesky, for those of you tuning in, not knowing who he is, he's the fellow posing for a toothpaste commercial. And behind him, of course, is his father, Joe Chesky. I've known the Cheskys for a good many years. As a matter of fact, we started about 25 years ago. Larry and I are the same age, 29. And Larry, every time I call him up to do the show, he says, "Gee, Frank, you know, I have 1,000,001 things to do. I don't know. He's been working like a dog, he keeps telling me. As a matter of fact, he felt sick the other day, so he went to a veterinarian." The doctor said he was all right because he felt his nose, it was wet. Here's the Woodpecker Polka, Larry Chesky. Back with more of the music of Larry Chesky's orchestra in just a minute. Larry Chesky! And now, Larry Chesky and his orchestra from Holyoke, Massachusetts, and a melody dedicated to his salary, the Peanuts Polka. I'm very surprised how many people watch our polka program. I went to a wedding last month in Worcester, and while I was there, many people came up and recognized me and asked me about the polka show, which was very surprising. And a little girl, a doll of a girl, about 13 years old, asked me if we could play something for her as she watches in Worcester to our polka program. And so we'll have to dedicate this next number to Roxanne Matthew, who's 13 years old, and also might as well dedicate it to her aunt, Valerie, and to her mother, Elena, and to her grandmother and grandfather, in whose house we were watching the show, as a matter of fact. Mr. and Mrs. Lasaviches. How about her aunts and uncles? And her aunts and uncles were not there. And I want you to know this is Larry Chesky's farewell appearance. Had to do it right. So this is for all of them, and for everybody who watches in Worcester, Larry Chesky and the orchestra and the Helena Polka. suppose we have a guest celebrity in the audience tonight. Either that or he's lost. Ladies and gentlemen, he has sung with Johnny Menko's orchestra for about 35, 40 years. Vasil Shikula. Vasil, stand up and take it. Immediately after the show tonight, he's going out to get glasses because he thought it was Johnny Menko tonight. Next month, Vasil. Next week, as a matter of fact, on the bandstand, we're going to have Stanley Kazera and his Knights of Melody from the Hadley, Massachusetts. They'll be here. They'll be playing some real Krajowy Muzyka, old country music. I'm sure you'll enjoy that show. If you'd like to attend any of our television broadcasts, all you have to do is write for the tickets, which are absolutely free. Write to Polka Tickets, WHYN-TV, 1300 Liberty Street, Springfield, Massachusetts. The tickets are absolutely free. Request as many as you want. Just make sure you include a stamped, self-addressed envelope. We'll put the requested tickets into your stamped, self-addressed envelope and mail them back to you the very same day we receive your request. The address again, Polka Tickets, WHYN-TV, 1300 Liberty Street, Springfield, Massachusetts. Larry Chesky, back in just a minute.
All you do is cry all day. Here's an nickel, go and play. Go and buy some bubble gum. Hurry back and give me some. You are my baby doll. Won't you be my baby doll? I love you, my baby doll. You're my sweetheart now. All you do is cry all day. Here's a nickel, go and play. Go and buy some bubble gum. Hurry back and give me some. Oh, you are my baby doll. Won't you be my baby doll? I love you, my baby doll. You're my sweetheart now.
Larry Chesky and the Baby Doll Polka. Gee, nowadays, the dolls that they make are so real, so lifelike. They have hair that you can curl, and they have skin that's almost real to the touch that you can apply makeup on, and you can bathe these girls and these dolls and lovely things. I was walking through a toy department store the other day, and I squeezed a doll, you know. Some say mama. This one said police. Here's the Rainbow Operette. Larry Chesky. Everybody's talking about Bill Potman Furniture Liquidators, located at 675 Fuller Road in Chicopee, Massachusetts, when you need furniture. Larry Chesky in the orchestra, and a surprise, Papa Joe Chesky to sing The Girl in the Window, Polka. With the music of Larry Chesky and his orchestra from Holyoke, Massachusetts. This is Frank Knight, hoping you've enjoyed our show and that you'll join us next week for Stanley Kazera and his Knights of Melody from Hadley, Massachusetts. Until then, from all of us here to all of you there, so long. Good night. Dobranoc from Polka.
Results from Chicopee, Holyoke, Springfield, and Westfield tomorrow night on Channel 40. Returns from important races at the bottom of your screen throughout the evening. And the big Channel 40 election special at 11:30.